Yo, yo, yo. What up, what up, what up? What's poppin', what's poppin'? Peace, peace. Blessings, another day. You know what I mean? Damn, it's really like the 26th. It's really like October 26th. Like this month, October, really went by fast like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care about like holidays and things like that. But besides, like my birthday, like the month of December, like I actually do like October. Like, I just love the month of October. I love the fall weather and shit like that, right? So here it is, like a couple days away from Halloween. And like the thing about October is it gives you like nostalgic vibes of when you was a kid, when you was running around eating all the damn candy, going from house to house, acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really do too much bad shit, you know what I'm saying? But I can remember one time specifically where I had the shit scared out of my ass, right? Now, walking with my damn cousins, I want to say this is like late 90s, right? Doing the candy thing. And me being the bigger cousin out of, the group of cousins. We see this house. Got a couple of white boys sitting out there. And they like, yo, come on, y'all come get some candy or whatever, right? Nobody don't really want to go in the house because they ain't really trusting the white boys like that. Me neither necessarily, but I'm like, we don't did all this walking, so we gonna get this candy, right? So me being the bigger cousin, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in. And so I go in, and you got the kitchen, this bright ass kitchen. The light is on in the kitchen, right to the left, and then you got the living room right there. You can see all of this, and then you got this long ass hallway, right? Dark ass long hallway. Can't see nothing. I'm not really paying that no mind. I get the candy from the white dude. Next thing I know, this fool with a damn scream mask come out of nowhere down the hallway. And I remember it to this day when I tell you I hauled ass, and I had a little bit of weight on me at that time too. When I tell you I hauled ass out of that damn house, I don't even remember if I got the candy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be big and bad, trying to be, oh, y'all scared. I'm going to be the first one to go in here. I'm going to get me some candy. And ironically, I was the first one to haul my ass up out of there. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. That shit was kind of like traumatizing. I ain't gonna lie. They laughing and shit. The white boys laughing and shit. You know what I mean? That was the only time I ever got scared, like going to a house to get some damn candy. But hey, it's crazy as hell. But there's actually kids that will jack your kids for their candy. Like, there are kids out here that will beat your ass and take your candy out here. You understand? Like, shout out to this kid named Javion, who I knew. Now, he was a basketball player. He was tall as hell. Like, he made me feel crazy just walking down the street next to him. That's how tall this kid was, bro. You know what I'm saying? He could be playing basketball professionally to this day, honestly, because he was a basketball player. He was really focused on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, so me and him used to hang out all the time. It was Halloween day. I go with my peoples because I'm older than him. He's a younger kid. He's like 16. I was like 18, 19. I'm like, yo, you be easy. You know what I'm saying? Be safe. This, that, and the third. We had like a big brother, little bro relationship. I'm like, I'll holler at you later, whatever the case. Boom. This fool called me later on in the day, and tells me, because he used to call me T, he called me and said, yo, T, they just beat me up and took my candy. I'm thinking, wait a minute. I'm thinking I'm tripping. I'm thinking he playing a Halloween joke on me. So I said, yo, wait a minute. He said that again. He said, yo, they jumped me. They took my candy. I'm like, you mean to tell me your big, tall, overgrown ass let these kids take your candy? The reason he called me is because he know had I been with him, that shit wouldn't have went down like that. Like, it ain't worth it to beat somebody up over some candy. But if you're going to try to take candy from somebody and hurt them, then it's like, somebody would have got their head bust over that little bit of candy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? If you letting your kids go out like trick or treating by themselves, maybe you should make sure your kids know how to fight, because there's some damn fool ass kids out here and they greedy as hell for candy, and they will try to take your kids' candy. I mean, that was a different time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if they still do that type of shit, but wow, bro. Like I try not to talk about what everybody else be talking about and all of that, but it's unbelievable. I'm not a Dirk fan, right? I'm not a Dirk fan like that. Like I heard some of his music. So you mean to tell me, so if okay, you got Diddy, you got Dirk. I'm like, okay, to be continued. Like who else is next? They talking about truth and all of that. Look at all the shit that done happened. Look at all the exposure that done went down. And that's just, and this year is almost out. It's not too late for some more wild shit to take place, right? So you mean tell me these fools is getting locked up for shit they could have been doing in the street? Like they really like defeating the whole purpose of making it out of the hood. Murder for hire. I wish I might be bragging about having all this money, the jewelry and the cars and the females and all of that, this, that, and the third. And this fool tried to throw the damn feds off by booking different flights and all of that. Tried to cross them people up. Let me tell you something. You got the police, you got the detectives, and then you got the feds. When the feds pop up at your door, there ain't nothing else to be said. You understand? That means they done found some shit out. That means they done confirmed some shit. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing else to talk about. We ain't talking about police coming to ask you questions. We ain't talking about detectives coming to ask you questions. The feds ain't coming and asking no questions. Just kick doors down and ask questions later if they have any. Viral, what's going on? Peace, blessings. Appreciate you. It's stupid. All because y'all for the past few since Vaughn got killed, they've been wanting this man to try to get paid back, whatever the case is or whatever. And maybe he wanted to do it for himself. Who knows? I don't know. But all I know is y'all are really defeating the whole purpose of making it from where y'all from. You could have been doing that type of shit still in the hood, still involved with street activity. And now all that shit is in jeopardy. That's why I say I don't want to be no celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Just give me if I like how people be saying, I wish I had celebrity money. I wish I had some of that money they got. If there was anything, I would just say, just give me a little bit of the money, not even all of it. Just enough to flip and turn it into something else. You know what I'm saying? Just enough for me to like make my own ideas come to life. I don't want no 50 million, no 20 million, nothing like that. Give me a couple mil. And you can keep the notoriety. I don't want that. Because it's the notoriety and all that money that they have that's really fucking them up. You understand? I don't want to be nothing like them fools, man. That's wild. That's wild. Love you, lady. Appreciate you. Blessings and all of that. Blessings and all of that. But yeah, they gonna be dragging that shit, man. They gonna be dragging that. You know what I'm saying? So I seen this pastor go viral, right? Yes, I did say a pastor, as in church pastor, obviously, right? I seen this pastor go viral for giving advice to the women in his church, right? Now the brother was touching on like relationship, marriage, and the dating dynamic, right? That's only one person. It's a random clip, and people probably figure, well, what that mean? I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know this fool. Why do I care? He giving, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when you hear the word pastor and preacher, and you hear the word like relationship and marriage, there's some wild stories out there about these people. You understand? Because some of them be doing some of the wildest stuff, even when they in the house of the Lord. Like they be having like side girlfriends and stuff like that. Hell, some of them are so bold, they'll have their side girl in the choir while the choir is up there singing, and they'll have their wife over by the podium preaching to the people. That's how shady some of these people could be. You know what I mean? Monique, appreciate you. Appreciate you. My bad, my bad. Busted, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Lovely lady said, I would not want to be a celebrity either. You can no longer live a private life. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing enticing about being a celebrity. You understand? They all getting locked up for stupid shit. What's the point? You know, when you come from places like how I came from, the whole point of having notoriety and money was that you didn't have to worry about going to jail. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point of it. Like they're purposely putting themselves under the jail. Diddy slipping and sliding around here for all these years, didn't think he would get caught with nothing. And now you got Dirk out here trying to get somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how true it is. I don't even know too much about that situation. I heard them say somebody say that they killed the wrong person or something like that. I don't know if they actually did end up killing somebody or it was just a plot that they didn't get to do. I don't know. What Monique said. Did you hear about a pastor that said, drink the milk of the Lord, his milk from in his pen? You for real, Monique? Somebody said that for real? A pastor really said that? Oh, nah. Oh, nah. I ain't hear that one. Oh, Lord. See, I don't put nothing past them pastors, man. I don't put nothing past them. That's what I be talking about. They be doing some wild ish, man. It's a shame, you know what I mean? Because, like, as good of a place that church is supposed to be, you got some of the most wicked people in disguise that be up in these places. You understand? And it made people like me and other people be like, well, how do y'all go to these places? Like, do you know the person that you're listening to? Like the person that's delivering the message? Like, you know what they're into? You listen to them, you give your money to these people, and when y'all come out, it's like y'all got this new lease on life, and you feel so comfortable the way you can wag the finger at everybody else. Now that really happened. You was from Africa? Oh, have mercy. Yeah, I'm with you, lovely lady. I cannot say I heard that shit. I can't say I heard that. But the pastor that I was talking about, right? It was a clip that went viral. He was basically giving advice to the women in his audience about, relationships and stuff like that. He was dropping gems, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like backing up what he's saying because he's a black man and I'm a black man. I'm a man, he's a man, because I really don't know this brother like that. I'm only going off of the clip I seen and the message that I seen him giving. It's easy to relate to it, but I feel like it can be applied on both sides. Like I feel like what he said can be applied to men and women, right? Because we know for a fact men and women both get used for different reasons. Is that not a fact? Tell me when I'm lying. Men and women both get used for different reasons. There's nothing to be debated about, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Um, we get used at a point for different things in different ways for different reasons, but nobody's exempt from being used. The only thing that people probably would debate is which one of us gets used more than the other one. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a matter of opinion. Like male or female, who gets used more out here, right? It might just be an opinion thing. I used to think that it was men for real. You know what I'm saying? But having the experiences that I had, seeing the things that I seen, going through the things I went through, you know, and having conversations with women over the years, um, and just listening to the stories that certain women have told, like I know that that's just not the case. I can't sit here and say that it's automatically men that get used more because somewhere out there are women who are just as generous, who believe in looking out for their man, who believe in doing right by their man. You know what I'm saying? And they love hard and they end up getting and it's taken of them and shit like that. You know what I mean? But y'all can leave our opinions on that. Anyway, what the man was saying to these women, right? He was saying you can, to the women, he was saying you can get from a man easier when that man knows you actually value him versus his pockets. That makes sense. Like I know some women already understand what that means. Others not so much. Probably don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say the old cliche, not all men, not all women, but it's necessary because we don't need to put all men and women in the same box because not everybody is the same. You know what I'm saying? But basically saying when a brother knows, like without a doubt, the type of woman that he has, right? When he knows that she has genuine feelings towards him and he doesn't have to question or doubt or ever had to, right? He automatically is gonna want to go that extra mile for his ladies. What basically what the man was saying. You understand? He was saying you will be able to get, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting, that you're needing, you know what I'm saying? From that man, as long as that man's, even if that man don't have it or he don't have it like that, whatever the case is, the fact of the matter is that that man is going to go to the end of the earth to try and get it for you. There's nothing that man won't do for you as long as he knows that he got a genuine woman by his side. You understand? And I feel like that's kind of like vice versa. You know what I'm saying? A woman, is going to do for her man. You understand? Because she knows she got, you know, a good man. A good man and a good woman, they want to do for each other, obviously. You understand? But some people, they don't even put on that good of a front and they just kind of like make it known that they really don't give a fuck about the next person. You got some people, men and women, you know what I'm saying, who just got their hands out so far all the time, out like this. Gimme, 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 take, take, take. They got their hand out so far you could chop that thing off. You understand? Don't care nothing about emotions or anything like that. And we men, so we're not gonna have that conversation about emotions all the time and shit like that. But anyway, if he knows the same way, it's like if he knows that the same way he would take a bullet for her, she would take that same bullet. You understand? It's not that he really would want her to take a bullet. You know what I'm saying? It's just if she's willing to, that's all he needs to know. No man really wants his woman to risk her life for him, but he knows that she will if it came down to it, right? If somebody was about to take his life, she would be willing to risk her life to save him, the same way he would do for her. What did Professor Lovely Lady say? In a nutshell, if a woman would only recognize the power of her femininity, just saying. There you go. Speak on it. Speak on it. Let's say, let's say she be happen to be stuck on a train track. This is just something random right here. God forbid, nobody, somebody ends up on a damn train track, and the train was like less than a minute from running his girl over. He had to risk his life, right? Nobody else could get there in time to save this girl. He would have to do it himself. In his mind, he already knows I ain't trying to lose her. Like I guess we both gonna be tore up. We both getting ready to be ran over by this damn train. It's gonna be leg over there, head over there. We both getting ready to get fucked up by this damn train. Cause he's about to risk it because she's worth it, right? The quote unquote protector that he's risking it because she's worth it. And as the quote unquote protector, a man ain't really even gonna want her to risk getting smashed by the damn train. He wouldn't, if he was in that position, he wouldn't want his woman. He would be like, go ahead, go. Just leave me, just call somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you see in the movies, you see when a man is getting ready to die, like he's on the edge of a cliff or whatever. The men always tell the women, like, go ahead, just go, just leave me and go ahead, go raise the kids. I'm done for. You might as well go about your business. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like send love to my mama and all that. I'm gone. You know? But it's not just movie. There are women out there who really like, nah, I'm not leaving you. You know what I'm saying? Like, It sounds corny, but I'm just saying you got to know when somebody's for you. When you know somebody's for you for real, there's pretty much nothing that you're not gonna want to do for them. You know what I'm saying? Because the type of woman she is, she's not trying to see her man's brain splattered on some damn train tracks. She's willing, and that's good enough for him. It's a reassurance thing, basically. Just knowing that she would go that far to risk her life the same way he would for her, he's reassured of that. And that's all he needs to know. Tierra, appreciate you. You already. Like, God forbid, God forbid, if a man lost it all tomorrow, right? Let's just say a random couple out there. God forbid a man who's been holding this lady down forever, for how many years they've been together. God forbid he lost it all tomorrow. He would still be secure in a sense, just knowing that his lady ain't going out the door with everything that he just lost. That's good enough for him because he can get all that shit back. He got his lady there who stuck it out, with him to build and help get all this shit back. You know what I'm saying? Here's a major example. You want an example? I couldn't think of a better one, as a matter of fact. Now, earlier this year, right? There was a situation. I want to say there was like two situations. They were very similar to each other, right? I almost thought it was the same people who popped up in the headlines twice. There's a situation where a woman had left her man because he had lost his job. You understand? Like the guy, he was, she was living a decent life. He was able to take care of her a certain way. And, he held it down for her since the first time he had met her and shit like that. Right? But then the man ends up losing his job one day. And I think it only took like I think it only took like a certain amount of days for her to just be like, yeah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? She didn't stick around. And that's her prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if a person makes that decision, that's their decision, that's their prerogative or whatever the case is. But this girl ended up going viral for this shit, and she could not understand why people won't really, because the majority of people felt like, "Oh, you cold, you wrong." You mean tell me at that man worst time of his life, after he was holding you down significantly, right? The worst time of his life when he really needed you, that one time he really needed you, you left that man. That's not even the worst part. She left him and went and jumped on his man's. You know what I'm saying? And she tried to justify this shit. She really tried to justify it. What she said was he made a vow to take care of her no matter what. And she was like, he broke the vow or some shit like that. And excuse my language, but these people was basically saying to her, bitch, he couldn't help it if he lost his job. That's basically what they were saying to her. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't care nothing about that. What do you call that? That's terrible, bro. Y'all fools better know who y'all dealing with before y'all start trying to spoil these women, kid. I'm telling you. And I can't say all, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say not all women are the same, because not all men are the same. It sounds so repetitive to always say that shit, but I feel like we have to say it because it's not fair to put all men and women in the same box. Some men make other men look really fucked up, and some women make other women look really fucked up. And at the end of the day, you got single people on the side like, this is why I don't want to date, because y'all just got everything looking all fucked up. I don't want to fuck with nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's what people be thinking. Amber, what's going on? Appreciate you. I can finally catch you live. Yeah, you know me. I don't even pop on too often like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those random days right there. Love you, lady said she said she never really loved him in the first place. Yeah, that ain't love. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between the two. You got love, you got a relationship, and then you got an arrangement. You know what I'm saying? You got a relationship, and then you have an arrangement. An arrangement is when, and here's the thing: some of these dudes don't mind being in that situation. Some of these dudes don't mind, like, taking care of a woman financially, right? But they know that woman, if he lost all of that shit within the snap of a like that, she would be gone. She ain't sticking around for you. She's only like I be looking at some of these niggas like she's only dealing with you because of what you're giving her, right? Because of what you have, right? Like you never question that in your mind. You never sit back and question that in your mind. Yo, what if I lost all this? I wonder if this girl would still be dealing with me. How could you not? I don't care if I had 50 million. I don't care if I had 100 million. I'm a type of person. Yo, what was the name of that show where the guy would fake how much money he had to see, like if the women would stick around? Like I guess he would act like it might have been The Bachelor or some shit. Y'all help me out. He would act like he had on put on this front, this whole presentation, like he had a whole bunch of money, this certain lifestyle or whatever the case is, but when he chose the girl that he wanted to be with, that he built a connection with, come find out he didn't really have it like that. Is that The Bachelor? Is that what that was? And I never even watched one episode of that. I don't know how real that shit was or whatever. I would do some shit like that. I'm not saying, it might sound sneaky to y'all, but what I'm saying is this. I'm saying, like, if I'm getting to know somebody, I'm going out with them, whatever the case, I'm gonna pay for these, for these dates and shit like that. We're gonna go out, we're gonna have a good time, right? But before I tell you, if I was a millionaire or something like that, before I tell you anything like that, I'm gonna hold that shit off for as long as possible because I want to see where your mind is at. I want to see where your heart is at. You understand? I'm not gonna tell you that I have like all these stocks and that I got like businesses and all that shit. I'm holding that shit off. I want to see exactly how you really feel. Let's see how far this go before you know what I'm saying? I want to see the type of woman I'm dealing with. Like the song says, "What is love? Don't hurt me no more." I think it was The Bachelor. Yeah. I only watched a little minute over here and there, but I'm the type of person I would do something like that just to see. You know what I'm saying? I used to show I used to show love so that the man would know what he was missing when he messed up. Um, and the thing is, at the end of the day, like if I was to find out that she's really like she really rocking out, she really sticking around, then I would feel glad to tell her, listen, I got something to tell you. Like I'm actually like very well off, and like I can afford to take you out of the lifestyle that you're in now. I just didn't want to tell you at first because I want you to get to know the real me. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some bomb ass women out there who, like it goes back to what I was just saying. There's some women that a man will want to take care of. He will want to do anything he could possibly do for her because he know how good of a woman he got. You understand? But that's what the pastor was basically saying. If a man knows how genuine of a woman that he has, then there's pretty much nothing he won't do. And it don't really even have nothing to do with what tax bracket he's in. You know what I'm saying? Even if whether he was rich, middle class, just your regular everyday worker, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? The point is, if he don't got it, he damn sure gonna do his best and try to get it. You know what I'm saying? He gonna break his neck, his back. He gonna work his fingers to the bone to make sure he can do any and everything for that woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm afraid for those men. I do not blame you at all, Willis one. Men can be golden. Yeah, there's some shady fools out here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I don't see how they could do it. There's men that like they'll lay up with like a woman like 80 something years old, 90 something years old. Like when we talk about gold diggers with men, like that's kind of like the age range I think they hit for. They hit for these older women who they know are alone and want some company and shit like that. It'll keep them company and things like that. Um, that's nasty, bro. Some of the women who ain't They ain't been bent over in years. They ain't had none of that. They ain't had none of that thing in years. You know what I'm saying? So they like, they live in like mansions, and they got fucking luxury apartments and shit like that. Women that are well off. You know what I'm saying? They name rings bells in the in these they got businesses and shit like that. Like I can never see myself doing that. I just don't believe, if I really don't want to deal with somebody, I really don't want to be with somebody, I don't see myself doing it just so I can get something out of them. I don't believe in that, because I got a conscience. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, some people might look at it like this. Listen, everybody gets used one way or another. Yeah, at the end of the day, we all get used for something. That's the truth of the matter. You understand? But I guess it just comes down to, we can only choose who, we're going to get used by, and hope that that person cares about us. We're taking a chance for anybody out here. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people just don't date and shit. A lot of people just, you know what I mean? A man that does that shows the character of his worth. Can women who doesn't do that with old men, did you know that can't do nothing else? Hold on, let me read that over again. Can women who don't do that with old men, did you know that can't do nothing either? Women who do that with old men are nasty. Well, because the man more than likely can't perform anyway, which the woman is happy about the gold digging. It's just you know, it's a terrible oh god. But back to these dudes, man, and like, you know, like there's nothing they won't do if it means getting a woman and keeping a woman. There's nothing they won't do. And they probably got it like that to do that. They probably can flaunt a little money, whatever the case is. If you got it, flaunt it, this, that, and the third. But all I'm saying is, like, being a human at the end of the day, just being a man, because, we're not robots. Like, we're not androids and shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, men, they need somebody to be in their corner and shit, too. We just don't express it emotionally like women. You know what I'm saying? That's based on, because how the world is right now and shit. Actually, it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, sign the paper, old man. I had removed that last message because it did not type back. It's all good. It's all good. Because when I look at these dudes, I'm like, you mean tell me? It's like, how you get them is how you lose them. Okay, you showed that girl a lifestyle. You flaunted your money in her face. You showed her you could help her take care of the kids. You could, pay her rent, whatever the case is. And I'm not saying that a man's supposed to do nice things for a woman. So please understand the difference of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying these men that go so far out there, and it's like, they go so far out there that they're making themselves look crazy. You understand? Even the women that they're doing those things for, looking at them like, wow, you really want to do this for me? Like, you really? If you're going to do it, I'm going to take it. Because these women, they're not going to turn you down. They're not going to say, nah, don't do that. It's very rare that some women would, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I blame a woman for, saying, well, if you want to do that for me, go ahead and do that. I've heard multiple women say, if a man wants to do nice things, I'm gonna let him do nice things. You know what I'm saying? So it's on him to understand where that line is at. But the type of person I am, right? I wouldn't be able to be in a situation with somebody, under the same roof with somebody, when I'm questioning in my head, like, is this girl really for me? Like, is she? It's like that Ja Rule song. When he when he was in the song saying, like, yo, would she still be here if I lost everything? You know what I'm saying? Like, type of person I am, I need to know. Like, that would, if I had the question, if this person would still be here, if I really lost all of this shit I had that I used to get her in the first place, would she still be dealing with me, right? I'm the type of person to question that. That would feel like sleeping with the enemy to me. I would feel like that was like some sleeping with the enemy type shit. Laying down in the same bed, I'm wondering. I wonder out of my head, sitting at the damn table eating dinner. I wonder if she'll still be here if I lost it all. Sitting there watching a damn movie, sitting on the chair. I wonder if she will still be here if I lost it all. That's the type of person I am. I see that as like some sleeping with the enemy type shit. You don't know if that person really rocks with you like that. You don't know if that person really cares about you. That's toxicity right there. You know, people do believe, some people do stay in those type of situations. You understand? Because people don't want to be lonely. People who are so used to being in relationships like back to back have like hardly ever been single, right? They're scared to be single for more than a year. So they'll take chances. The men will take chances and they'll give everything to a woman, even if he knows this girl don't really like me like that. She don't find me sexually attractive. She don't think I'm attractive in any type of way. She don't like nothing about my personality. But I was doing this and that, and she accepted me. You know what I'm saying? She's using me, and I allow it to happen because I don't want to be alone. That's some sad shit right there. That's terrible. These fools is crazy. And they be making it look so bad. That's why some of these women really be looking at other men like, oh, yo, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. No, he was doing that. But see, I understand that that's all you want, though. Some of these fools out here is desperate as hell. And there's no length they'll go to, they won't go to keep a woman in their life. You know what I'm saying? Live how you live, do it how you're gonna do it. All I'm saying is making sure you're dealing with a woman who actually wants you. That's all. Same thing for women too. Don't deal with these fools that's out here trying to use you, drain you, and take from you, whatever the case is. You know, we're all going to be used to a degree, but just make sure we're at least being used by somebody who wants to reciprocate and who actually gives a fuck about us. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. To be honest, I passed the gold up many, many times because I'm not willing to give up my soul. Nothing like having your own goal, just saying. I think those old people understand the gist of it all, though. Yeah. My bad, my bad. Yeah, I just had to step away for a second. My bad. Kevin, what up, bro? What up? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You already know. You already know. But yeah, yo, like, all right, so I think I might erase the screenshots, but dude, like, how many? Like, I really wonder, like, how many women use the, y'all know the public records, right? Like, you know how you can like look up certain things about people either for free or maybe you might pay a couple of dollars to get a little bit of information. You know, it's easy to find information on people on these certain sites, right? Like, I know some women believe in like using that type of thing, that type of method, that type of tool to find out like if a man is like lying, like to find out how truthful he's being. Like women that don't necessarily trust men. They be like, once they get his name, they're like, let me go look this fool up. Let me see what he's about. You know what I'm saying? Like I always thought that was just for like to find out if a man had like a sexual crime on his jacket, or like maybe he didn't register or something like that. Maybe you know what I mean, like to see if he had like a certain type of crime on his jacket, something he's not. Lovely say I've never done that. Okay, so there are women out there that do believe in doing that. So I had came across this video, right? This is where it started first with the video, and then in the comments, like people's like the women kind of was like coming at me because I disagreed with what this one woman in the comments had said, right? So first, the video, right? There was a video of this black girl. She uploaded her reaction to something she had found out about her boyfriend that she had been dating, right? Now, she had recorded her actual reaction to this. So she told a little story. She said when she met him, he had told her that he was a certain age, right? So supposedly, to her knowledge, they were around the same age. So they started dating, boom, bang. Later on, at some point, he ends up getting locked up, right? It's only when she goes to try to bail him out, and it is kind of spooky. It is kind of, it's messed up to think that if she would have never tried to bail him out, if he would have never got locked up, she might have never found out that not only did he lie about his age, not only was he not the age that he had told her, but he was actually like, I want to say it was like 17 years older than her. And according to her, he was like old enough to be her pops or her step pops. So she recorded her reaction. She recorded herself while she was, supposedly, like, I guess she was contemplating on if she was still going to bail him out or not. And no, I don't know what he was locked up for. You know what I'm saying? She didn't put all that out there, but she recorded her reaction and she put it out there. The video kind of went viral, got all types of different reactions and shit like that. And we say that should have been her walkaway moment. I don't know. That was the only video she put out. She could have walked away after that, but clearly she was invested. If she, came to like bail him out and stuff or whatever the case is. But the thing is, I think her point of putting that video out there was just to say to the women, like, you see how these Negroes ain't shit? You see how they'll lie? They'll just lie right to your face blatantly. And I ain't gonna lie, it is messed up to lie about something like that. Even age. Like some people won't deal with you if you're a certain age. That's just how it is. So maybe he felt like, I want her to get to know me first before I tell her my real. You know what I'm saying? Me, I just look at it like this: lying, it takes too much energy. Like that shit catches up with you. It's like it's like making a snowball, right? And then that snowball gets bigger and bigger. That lie is gonna resurface at some point, and every time it comes up, you're gonna have to address it, and it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna get caught off guard when you address it, and that person is gonna catch you, and you end up looking crazy. So I try my best not to lie to people, man. You know what I mean? I think we all tell little white lies, like to people who we just don't want in our business about, like real private shit and things like that. But age is not something I would lie about. I wouldn't twist that in no way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? I feel like age ain't nothing but a number. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really your experiences and your maturity that you really, that really makes a person. But some people feel a way about that. So when she had put that up there, though, I want to see if I could find the screenshots. Like actually took screenshots of the conversation that. Hold on, yo. Let me see if I can find these shits. So in the comments, there was this one woman who had put this one comment that stuck out. And she had said, listen, y'all gonna learn to Google and look at them clerk of court records, aka, public information, public records, right? And I thought about it for a second. And even though I know a lot of these dudes ain't shit, I know these fools be lying left and right. Let me tell you something. A man will lie on his mama if that mean getting the draws. That's just what it is. Most men, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up, with my brothers and shit like that, and I done seen them. You know what I mean? I personally have never took it that far. I've never went through extremes to get the draws. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like it ain't worth all that. Like I look at things a lot different than most men. I be looking at shit like it's not worth the headache. That's gonna come back. I think about like down the line at some point. You know what I mean? Like it's all good now. You might have got the draws. Maybe that lie she believed it. But if she happened to find out you lying, you know, you probably gonna wish you never got them draws in the first place. It's gonna get bad. I'm that type of person. I'm like, you might as well just play it straight now because the block gonna get spent and it's gonna get bad. You know what I mean? But when this girl in the comments said what she said, y'all gonna learn to Google and look at them clerk of court records, right? I just said to her, that ain't cool. I know some folk be lying, but that sounds type invasive. Now, technically, that was the wrong word to use. Invasive is not the word, because it's public. Anybody can like look it up. Whether you pay or whether it just pops up, I don't know because I've never looked up anything on anybody. That's not my style. You understand? I've never had to do that. Um, the right word, I guess what I was trying to say to her is it feels invasive though. Because if that person is not telling you, I'm gonna go and look this up on you, right? If they don't have to get your permission or anything, but that's the part that feels invasive about it. Because it's like if we having a conversation and I'm taking everything you're saying for face value, then how come my words aren't good enough for you to take for face value? Why you gotta look shit up on me? I didn't look nothing up on you. Why you had to take it that far? I feel like that type of shit is really, and respectfully to anybody who has done it. I feel like it's only for people who have been through a whole lot of bullshit and they just have trust issues. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, because one person in the comments was like, and they made it sound like it's something that never happens. It was like, oh, y'all just going around here meeting people and taking their word for it. Isn't that kind of like what dating is? Like when you meet people, not even dating, like just like meeting new friends or whatever the case is, family member, whatever case. Like you take their word for it, right? Whether they're lying or not, you'll find out about it. It'll come out wherever the case is. But who got time to really take? Yeah, I don't care if it's 2 minutes out of my day to go and find out and see. Let me see if this chick lying, bro. If she lying, I feel like it's gonna come out. I feel like the energy is that real. You know what I'm saying? If she's spitting some bullshit to me, she not keeping it 100, and I feel like it'll come out. Lovely lady say, "Why lie?" Right. Amber say, "Way back in the day, it was a whole different ball game." You know, like I'm trying to find the rest of these damn. Hold on, y'all. I got a phone call. Hold on. All right, y'all. I gotta cut this short. You know what I'm saying? I had a phone call. Got a little situation I gotta take care of. But yo, I appreciate y'all, Amber, Professor Lovely Lady. You already know. Kevin, Monique, whoever else. Shout out to the Bushes too. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. I might try to come back on here and finish this story. I want to find the screenshots because it was like multiple women who was like coming at me because of what I said. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find the screenshot. I'm like, this shit can't be real. You know what I'm saying? But I stood my ground and all that. But anyway, shout out to y'all, man. I'm off this thing, man.